Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about a potential matchup between Johnny Walker and Alexander Gustafsson. Johnny Walker recently called out Alexander Gustafsson. There's a buzz going around that this fight is going to go down. I'm not going to get into stats or their backgrounds like my typical videos. I'm just going to get right into the fight and how they match up. So here we go. So Johnny Walker has a bunch of hype surrounding him, and honestly, for good reason. He's like on a 9-fight win streak with 8 stoppages. He looks fantastic in his fights. The guy is a killer. He has awesome dynamic striking. He's super big for the division, standing 6'6". He moves like a 170-pounder. He can knock you out with punches, knees, kicks, elbows. He always looks super composed, like he's having so much fun out there. Really impressive, and he's only 26 years old. The question marks for Walker are, what's his cardio going to be like if the fight gets dragged out? How does he deal with being on the bottom, with dealing with a high pressure grappler? And what does he look like against higher level competition? These are big questions. He has a ton of potential, but he has to do well in dragged out fights, and he has to do well with skilled grapplers. I honestly believe this guy could be champ one day, but we have to see those questions answered. Now, Alexander Gustafsson is a very seasoned vet. He has a really impressive resume, has fought a who's who in the game, typically only loses to elite fighters. No shame in losing to John Jones. He is the best. Alexander actually gave him a hell of a fight the first go around. Gustafsson has great technical striking. He's long, he's rangy, he's crafty, he's tough to take down. He has some wrestling when he wants to use it, but for sure he's primarily a striker. So Alexander Gustafsson would actually be a great test for Johnny Walker. How do I see this fight going down, and who do I see winning? Well, it's tough, man. I mean, I'm kind of torn. On one hand, you have this young lion, this physical specimen that's just killing everybody. He's obviously very skilled striking, but he's kind of untested. On the other hand, you have an experienced, seasoned vet who's pretty much seen it all, done it all, fought a who's who, great technical striker himself. Experience counts for a lot, but so does athleticism and youth. Johnny Walker also has crazy power. The guy can knock you out with every limb, and elbow, and knee. Usually Gustafsson is the bigger man. He enjoys having the longer reach in his fights, but that's not really going to be the case with Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker is huge for the division. I can't even tell you who's actually the more technical striker. I think they're both highly skilled. They just have different style striking. Johnny Walker is very loose, unconventional, very creative, and Alexander Gustafsson is definitely more conventional. I don't really see this fight going to the ground. Both of these guys are primarily strikers. If Alexander was smart, he would try to mix it up, go for takedowns, but for sure, I think this is going to be a striking match. In all honesty, even with Alexander's experience, definitely see Johnny Walker catching him with something big and getting him out of there. He's a really dangerous fighter and on a tear, but he's looked that good against lesser competition. Is he going to look that good against an elite fighter? Alexander may totally school him. It's very possible. This fight can honestly go either way, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Johnny Walker gets the upset and beats Alexander Gustafsson. He's just too athletic, man, and creative and long, rangy, so powerful and dangerous. And yes, I know, Alexander is a vet. He has way more experience than Walker. I'm not saying that he can't beat Johnny Walker. He may school him, but I'm making a pick, and I think that Johnny Walker is going to surprise a lot of people. I do think the guy is the real deal in many ways, but we have to see more of his ground. We have to see him fight for an extended amount of time, not just the first and second round. And we have to see how he deals with a high-level grappler. But anyway, guys, I'm really excited for this fight. I really hope they book it. What do you guys think about it? Who you got winning and why? Would love to read those opinions in the comment section. Thanks for watching this segment. Truly appreciate the support, the views, the likes, the shares. Got a small following, but honestly, I don't even think I have what I have now. Just a huge fan of the sport for a long time. and using my personal experience to break down fights and talk MMA. Rant, thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you guys in the next segment. Until then, take care.